안녕하세요. I'm Andrew.
I'm Marvin, and welcome to Neomuhae. Today, we're starting our journey into the LOONAVERSE with episode 1.
Wow.
We're going to start with the first two members. We got HeeJin and HyeonJin.
HeeJin and HyeonJin.
Yeah, if you remember, we did LOONA before.
Yeah.
Right?
12 members.
12 girls.
Yeah.
Right? They debuted a while back. Man, it was a long journey. So we're going to start from the first person, HeeJin. The first member that started this whole entire hashtag Stan Loona trend.
Stan Loona.
Right. So LOONAVERSE is a universe, right? Now, each member has a part to play. Now, there's a bunch of theories because there's been so many music videos. There's a bunch of theories. I'm gonna talk about the one I feel like is best or is like closest to match all the music videos we're gonna watch. So for this first episode, we got HeeJin, HyeonJin, the first two to debut. And then each subsequent episode, we're gonna dive deeper into the LOONAVERSE with each new member release and subunits release.
Whoa.
There's a lot. There's gonna be a lot. Our brain's gonna be blown. Now, the theory I'm gonna choose is it's a Mobius strip. The verse is a Mobius strip. Now, if you don't know what a Mobius strip is, it's a two-dimensional object. Imagine this was flat, but once you do a 180 turn, you connect it to the beginning and the end. If you trace it, right, you'll never end up on the same side. It's a continuous loop. Right, you see we got the texture side, which goes to the non-texture side, which comes back on the back side.
Yeah.
So the start is always at the end.
Sure.
Yeah, start is always at the end. A Mobius strip. So why is this important? Now LOONA has 12 members. There are 3 subunits, which we will get to, and each subunit represents a side of this strip. You see that we got the texture side only, we got the back side,
Right.
and then we have the side that does the 180, which is right here. Right. So we got the texture side, non-texture side, and then the reverse side. Right, and each subunit has a part to play in the
universe.
We'll see. I'm gonna let you explore. I'm not gonna explain while we're watching.
Yeah.
I want you to just gather as much information as possible.
Yeah, be quiet. Let me watch this.
There's so much. There's so many little gems they hid. Now, why
Easter
is the
eggs.
universe crazy?
Yeah.
It's because there's a bunch of things they mention in the beginning, right, which is never referenced until they get to the end.
I see.
So there's already foreshadowing to what's going to happen in the future. But when these first came out, no one knew. Right? Until obviously we have a bigger picture now. I mean, the LOONAVERSE is not over, but there's so much.
Still continuing.
Yeah. There's other theories involved. We got color theory, which we'll talk about a little bit. And we got phases of the moon theory. Right? Because Luna, moon.
Yeah.
You know? All right. So let's get into it. With the first one, we got HeeJin.
HeeJin.
Right? She's like really popular. She's like the center. She's like the face. Okay. She came out with ViViD in October 2016. So ViVid's about loving a person, right? But in a repetitive routine. So it's basically colorless, kind of boring, right? And then finding color or vividness within yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's how they describe it.
Sorry, but yeah.
That's how they, Oh, with each member, they have a color associated with them. That's where color theory comes from. Color is very important, so watch the colors in the first one and every subsequent one. Each member represents a color. Each member also has an animal associated with them.
So they get color and animal?
Color and animal, which are spread throughout every music video. That's why they're all connected. HeeJin's color is vivid pink or bright pink.
Okay.
And her animal is a rabbit, which we'll see at the beginning.
Okay.
Right away.
Would it be a pink rabbit?
We'll watch. Here we go. So we start in black and white. That's her name.
Okay.
There's your rabbit. There's that pink we see.
Vivid.
Oh, now it's in color. So what she said in French was, "You got clean now. The stuff is over there." Right. So what are you thinking right now?
That's so many rabbits. Like, what's
There's
the...
7 rabbits. Yeah. Okay. Remember how I said color is important in the verse? So there we go.
I'll literally be okay. But why is it so much yellow?
Okay, yeah. Why is there so much? We'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Keep watching. There's so much. So we got red, orange, yellow, green.
Yeah, what's the lemon?
Yeah, the lemon's yellow. There was blue lights there. Why does she have a spider on her eye?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know, right? So a lot of things reference, like I mentioned earlier, reference things in the future, and also another theory is it references biblical elements as well. We'll talk about it after. See, red, orange, yellow, green. Where's the other color?
Yeah.
So that person in black is also her.
But how come she's all these colors but not the vivid pink that we're talking about?
Yeah. That's a good question. I'll explain that. Well, I have some thoughts on why.
Yeah.
Her color doesn't show up, but all these other colors
Yeah.
show up.
So is that from another universe?
Possible.
So the black one?
Okay,
The one
so
black?
it was covered in color. That's important too.
Okay, so the ending, if it went from yellow to pink.
What do you think of the song? Before we dive into all the symbolism we got.
The song was just short. It was sweet, you know. Nothing too crazy. Like, I wouldn't say like it's an individual song, you know. It's kind of
So
like
you wouldn't like, if you just heard this song by itself, you wouldn't be like, oh, this is like the start of something crazy.
Yeah, no, I've been like, oh, where is this going? Like, Universe, just a single girl singing a song, you know.
All right. As for me, I kind of enjoy the song, but that's because I've heard the whole discography type of thing, so I've like picked out my favorites. But this was definitely one of my favorites when I first heard it. I was like, oh, this is different. Has that upbeat funk type of thing, a little bit of funk type of thing, which isn't normal in.
Wait, do they have an album of just their single hits of each?
That's a good
each member?
question. Yes. Oh my
okay.
goodness, this is how they made so much stuff. Each member released a solo, which is that one music video we're watching.
Yeah.
And they have a B-side. So there was a CD, an album with 2 songs in each one.
Oh, okay.
And each album had a different variant. There's 2 variants for all of them.
Let's see.
Yeah, so...
Gotta milk that, huh?
Yep. Well, let's talk about the LOONAVERSE now. What did you notice? Let's talk about the things you noticed you kind of remember.
Okay. Just rabbits all the time, you know.
Okay,
like
rabbits. Well,
signifies-
that's her thing, right?
Yeah.
Her animals, rabbits.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember how the music video started?
Well, just the intro, right? The
Yeah,
title.
just the intro. How did it start?
The title screen with the name, and then just like with a little hint of that
What?
color.
Okay.
color of that?
So we remember started in black and white. It
Uh-huh.
was opening very slowly and
Right.
then turned to color, right?
Color, right? Yeah.
So the theory is she's the start of the universe. Or the
Okay.
LOONAVERSE, not the universe. The
Yeah.
LOONAVERSE, Slash she might be God. Slash she's
the original.
She's the original person because we go into the universe, right? And it's black and white. She wants to add color to the universe.
So she's creating.
So she's creating all these colors. So that leads to the 7 rabbits that we saw. Remember you like saw there's 7 exactly. We watch it again. And it represents the 7 other girls.
Yeah.
Now there's different theories about which girls. I think it's the first 7 girls with the colors associated to them.
So is that why the rabbits are white? So they're just kind of like blank.
So if we go along with the lines that she created this universe, or she's the center of this universe, right? She created these 7 other people. The rabbits are people. This is a metaphor, right? And then she sent them out into the world to spread the color.
I see. Okay.
Because the world is black and white.
Yeah. So who's the black person? Who's the one that's wearing the black outfit?
That's her.
Okay.
So that's actually her, but everyone thinks that's the manifestation of her fear.
Oh.
Right? Because she was slowly trying to make the world colorful. And that's why if we got to the end, the room started melting. Right? Remember, it got really colorful, and all of a sudden it disappeared. It just disappeared. It started getting darker.
Yeah.
So there's another theory on that. We'll cover that later. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Who is that dark person? It is technically her.
Yeah.
Right? But who'd she create it? Now, this also gives the clue that she's in France. Keep that in mind. She's in France.
Right.
So next time you see anything about France, it's going to be connected to her.
Okay.
Okay. Because it was French in the beginning.
Yeah, so what about the part where she's like lying down and then she had like that spider like on her eye, right?
So that is a very curious thing because it's also the thumbnail of the music video, right? So it's kind of important.
Oh, okay.
Right, when we click it, it has that spider. First I thought it was a crab.
Yeah.
Right, but it's a spider on her
Okay,
eye.
because it was red, that's right. Right? So people thought it was a crab.
Now, there's many theories. I just think it's means she's aware. Like she's awake in a sense where she's like, wait, I'm trapped.
Like she's caught in a web.
Yeah, she's caught in a web. Yeah, that's the metaphor.
Okay.
Basically. There's other times, but we'll see. We'll see as we watch more if we could change our theory on this. Or your theory. Okay, and
HeeJin.
So remember I showed you the Mobius strip and there's 3 parts to it?
Right. The subunits.
The subunits. Keep that in mind, okay? 3 different dimensions. That's what the mirrors are for too. Remember there was 3 mirrors?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because one was like looking at us, and the other
they're all doing different things a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So the theory is that's a symbolism for the future. So when we first watched it, we didn't notice, but it's like a reference to hey, there's going to be 3 dimensions. So I'm not gonna explain what each dimension is because when we go through it, you'll probably place yourself into each one.
Okay.
So that leads us to the end of our first episode. Right, it was a lot of information.
A lot.
That's why we only had 1 music video, the start of the LOONAVERSE.
If you liked the video, hit that like button and comment below on your theories for this music video.
Make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell icon for future notifications. Until next time, annyeong!
Annyeong!